Wow, Everton will play on in the Premier League. Let's take a look back on what was a tumultuous, yet enthralling experience as an Evertonian. I think it's fitting to fit this season into 4 phases. We begin with the honeymoon phase. Rafa Benitez has taken charge, the season to begin at Goodison against Southampton. We begin the season losing only one of our first 7, in what is a positive start to Benitez's tenure at Goodison. Fans are rocking, happy days. An issue Everton has faced with all season long is the injury bug. We can't stay out of it. Running the numbers, Pickford, Keane, Coleman, Doucouré, Richarlison, Gray and Gordon are the only players to grace the pitch 30 times or more this season. Let's have a look at some other mainstays. DCL, 17 games. Townsend, 21 games. Davies, 6 games. Gomez, 14 games. Delph, 11 games. Mina, 13 games. Godfrey, 23 games. Holgate, 25 games. Teams cannot have continuity with this injury bug, and whilst Rafa couldn't cast all of the blame of his demise to injuries, it held a large part. Don't get me started on how Digne and James Rodriguez left the club. The 13 games following the strong start saw only 5 points from 12, and his eventual sacking couldn't create result as Everton slumped to a 1-0 defeat against Villa under the interim manager Duncan Ferguson. Enter Frank Lampard, a man who we now know finally gets it, a manager who cares. Treating you now to a rapid montage of Frank's passion for the club.
Goodison Park. They've done it!
Whilst results didn't come to fruition as a part of the continual slide, it is clear an attitudinal shift in mindset was existent. Fans were on Frank's side, gave him backing, and he had shifted the Everton club far from the hostility that had arisen in the back end of Rafa's tenure. The lowest point in Frank's coaching stint at Everton to date is the Burnley loss. Heavily demoralising, with the doubters vocal and wishing for Everton's downfall. However, Frank kept the faith, and this faith is ever valuable. The resurgence was a period which saw Everton pick up some famous wins in marvellous fashion, pivotal to Everton's survival. Everton steered clear in the second last game week to secure safety, capping off what was a frenetic yet amazing season, and a quick reminder that Premier League status isn't given to you automatically, you have to earn it. We reflect on some key moments in the season, which were huge in the context of how the season ultimately plays out. First, Townsend's excellent score in what was a crucial point at Old Trafford, headlining his brilliant start to the year.
Andros Townsend, what a lightning Everton break! Brilliant all-round from Demarai Gray, Abdoulaye Doucouré and Andros Townsend.
Demarai Gray's rocket to secure a comeback win in the final 15 minutes against Arsenal in the darkest days of the year. If this got Martin Tyler going, you know it's good.
There is your headliner!
Drawing 1-1 at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea with a COVID and injury-ravaged squad. I mean, what is this? And how do we salvage a point? To further this, How did we lose to Norwich, having regained the players we didn't have at Chelsea?
Here they come again, Adam Eder.
The final trigger that sent Rafa packing. Good riddance. We have the gut-wrenching loss to Man City, first the fashion in which we conceded, and then the VAR controversy. Have your say. Many would say Stonewall penalty.
An arm of Rodri, and this must be a penalty. He's not given it.
As we head towards the pointy end of the season, all points matter. How about the DCL and Iwobi chemistry to pick up the 3 points? In stoppage time, no fuss.
He is through to play it in for Calvert-Lewin. Can he get a shot at it? Using Iwobi! Everton are in front! What a big goal! Goodison Park erupts! There's been tension in the air.
Then, the turning point. Up against fellow relegation fodder Burnley, up 2-1. Fail to close out. 3 points evaporate. 2-1 loss. The players surely sense the pressure thrust onto them by the fans.
Mistake and it's punished. It's finished. Burnley 3, Everton 2.
Here sparks the run. Richarlison's stoppage time equaliser.
That they failed to take. And here's Dele drilling it into the penalty. Here's another chance. It's in! It's Richarlison at the death! Everton equalise! And he finally takes his chance!
Aspilicueta's brain fade that made the Goodison fans go absolutely nuts.
Possession chance here for Everton! Taken by Richarlison! What a massive goal!
Mikalenko's wonder strike to go towards a first away win in 9 months.
Mikalenko! What a start from the Ukrainian!
And most importantly, the sealer. Some people call him Jesus. The man, the myth, the legend, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, heads one home to top off a 3-2 win from 2 goals down to secure safety. Some say the fans magnetised the ball into the back of the net. I tend to agree. I can't wipe the smile off my face watching this on repeat.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin flies to head home.
We look at the best performers this season, as per myself. Richarlison, for working his backside off and seemingly being the only bright spot in an Everton attack that was severely lacking at times. Jordan Pickford, despite his backline partners letting him down, producing some stellar saves, especially in the back half of the season. I mean, this bloke saved a ball with his face. And Anthony Gordon, absolutely mystifying how we didn't get more opportunity earlier in the year. Always a positive mindset, loves the club, loves the fans, works hard at it, tries to make something happen. In the back half of the year, whilst you could see fatigue, you could see maturity in the bloke. Can't wait for his product next year. Can't forget some honourable mentions. Demarai Gray stood up in some big ways this year. The DCL goal delivery against Palace and the Arsenal goal comes to mind. Fabian Delph, commander in the midfield, rock solid there in the little time he was on the pitch. Yerry Mina, whilst also not on the pitch an awful lot, a rock back there, and didn't let much get past him. And Mikalenko took some time to acclimatise to the Premier League, but had wingers on clamps when he got going. Can see him with a big role next season if he gets a good run at it. Whilst play performances, big moments and fighting through adversity were all instrumental in how this season played out, it cannot be discounted who the true drivers of the season were. The fans. Through thick and thin, the fans were there. Sure, we got upset, infuriated, irate, disappointed. I could go on about all the emotions felt from a negative standpoint, but we were there when we got out of that dark tunnel and gave off an energy other clubs could be nothing but envious about. The players couldn't help but channel this energy, and whilst I was second guessing myself at times, I'm proud to be an Evertonian, and I hope you are too. The unity between coach, players, fans could not be any more amazing than how it currently stands. We can look forward to next season with my chin up, and hoping that with a full off season to work with, Frank Lampard will brew up a storm and and escort us right back up the standings where we belong. Up the fucking toffees, and see you next year.
Good win today. Come on!